Yo, what's up, guys? It's Dundas here. So at the gym tonight. What do I want to talk about today? Well, let's start off with rest between sets. So you'll notice in my videos that I don't have a long rest between each set. It may appear that they're long, but if you sit there and watch people at the gym and you watch them, have their little rest, they play on their phone, they do this and that. They always claim that they have 2 to 3 minutes of rest. Realistically, they're probably having like 5 or 6 minutes of rest between each set. No wonder, A, their workouts go for 2.5 hours. B, each time they do their new sets, they can push as hard, if not harder. And C, why? I get it if you're trying to go for like strength and purely strength. I got a mate who's all into his strength. Dude's squatting 200 plus kilograms, or maybe it's only 200 kilograms. Either way, it's more than double his body weight. So that type of thing I totally get. But if you're going for your everyday workout, are you pushing yourself to the limit? People need to consider how they push themselves when they're at the gym and why they're pushing themselves at the gym. What's their end goal? What are they trying to achieve? Are they trying to improve their cardiovascular? Are they trying to get more muscles? Are they trying to get stronger? All these types of things come into play. I think from my fitness background, if you are a little bit lazy from wanting to do cardio, B, don't eat as clean as you probably should, and C, are limited to time at the gym, especially you guys like you dads and busy individuals out there, mums, dads, people who are working multiple jobs and so forth, and you got limited time. Consider when you're working out to only have that sort of 30-second to 60 seconds of rest. If you're really huffing and puffing and you can't breathe, then you consider, maybe the next set might be a bit unsafe if I stop at 30 seconds, or restart at 30 seconds. Maybe I'll take 60 seconds of rest for this one, or maybe, between each actual exercise, so different exercises, take that 60 seconds, to set up and walk over and so forth and wipe your bench and your equipment down. Because if you're having just 30 seconds between each exercise, you'll notice your heart's going to be pumping. You are going to be sweating and you are going to get a mad pump in your muscles. And it feels great. You get endorphins pumped. It's almost like going for a run essentially, without having to physically run. For me, I don't enjoy running. I don't actually enjoy cardiovascular. So for quite some time, all I was essentially doing was my weight session. But it was combined with essentially having no or very minimal rest between each set. And then between each exercise, my rest was essentially however long it took me to put my weights away, wipe my equipment down, and set up on my new piece of equipment and grab weights and set up and so forth there. So that was usually take about 2 minutes or so. So that's my thoughts to you guys in regards to rest between each sets, exercises, and so forth. I don't know. Up to you guys. Tell me what you think and what's achievable, what's doable, what works for you, and so forth. Yeah. So you would have seen earlier on in this video, I tried to do a front lever. Held it for like 0.2 of a second really, which was okay. But I just felt as though, remember a little while ago after my ninja comp, my abdominal muscle, I'm pretty sure I did a small little tear in my abdominal wall there, my abdominal muscle. I think it's still there and it hasn't completely healed. So I'll probably need to back off any form of abdominal wall workouts or movements until that's really healed up. Even sometimes when I do my pull-ups and stuff like that, I still can slightly feel it there. So I've just got to be careful and probably not do any more levers, planks, wipers, or anything exciting like that. I do have a ninja competition coming up this Friday, so I'm not sure how I'm going to get these pull-ups done. Today I did 74. I was actually supposed to do 73, but I wasn't sure what I was supposed to be doing. Yeah, I'm just doing some lunges here. Thought I'd just mix it up a bit and throw in some lunges and show you how I do lunges. And what I try and do is just essentially keep my back nice and straight, hips go down. If I'm holding weights, I'm holding weights. If it's too hard and too heavy, I won't essentially stop my set. I'll let go of the weights, essentially do like a drop set, and finish off my rep range there. But this is just for shits and giggles. I'm doing some bodyweight lunges just to show people how it's done, really. So right now I'm actually sitting in my car doing these voiceovers and editing my video. You see I'm just playing around with the video there, with the camera and the gimbal, just getting the angles and so forth. But yeah, sitting in my car so it's not too loud inside the house. I've slightly got the door open a bit because it's a bit stuffy, and just don't want to wake up my wife, my kids and so forth, even though, you know, at 2 o'clock I'm probably going to go into my son's room because he's going to be yelling, and so yeah. But yep, all good. I don't mind. He is my son after all, and I'm his dad, so I should be doing the fatherly thing and looking after him, making sure he's protected and that he is okay. You know, they're only small for X amount of years before they start not wanting cuddles and hugs and, you know, wanting you to be there for them. It's going to be tough when they're teenagers and you know, growing up in that world will be good and bad, you know. So just different stresses, and I'm pretty sure I'll get pretty stressed out when they're older, given that I know what I know from being a teenager in the past, growing up, and what I got up to as a kid, as a teenager. B, having a healthcare profession as a emergency nurse. I just know stuff. I've seen stuff. Yeah, and it kind of does scare me sometimes. But, you know, I've got to be able to have trust in my kids when they're older, that, you know, my wife and I have guided them the right way, and they choose the right path in life. Anyways, back to the video of my pull-ups itself. I was actually losing count of how many reps I did. You see me sort of doing weird dancey moves, because there's music like absolutely pumping in this gym. It's ridiculous. It's essentially like a club. The music is actually too, I don't know if I'm getting old or whatever, but the music for me is actually too loud. That's why I've actually got my headphones in. There is no music playing or whatever. It's actually just this mute the blasting speakers, because it's a bit too loud for me, and getting old. Don't know how I'd cope in a club these days. I would I'd just probably best if I don't go to a club these days. A bit old for that, and C, it's just too loud and I'm too old. I just turned on the function of for the camera to follow me, but for some reason it didn't work on this occasion. That's why I'm like kind of walking back and forth, and I'll come in close and I'll just push the button and you'll see that it's tracking my face now, which is kind of cool. If I was doing like some other weird video, it'll track me there. But yeah, I really actually needed to sit down because I was pretty exhausted, and it was kind of cool to let you see the video, the camera itself tracking me. I think it's pretty cool anyways. It reset to this point, so I had to readjust the height of the camera. I think I've got like 10 more to go. Exhausting. I don't know. It felt really hard tonight, these pull-ups. I don't know if it's because I did heaps of chest exercises and I've just burnt myself out. But yeah, it felt a lot harder than what they normally feel like at the gym or even at home. Maybe because I've also at the start, didn't have that much rest between each exercise. Otherwise, yeah, it's not too bad. Just had to actually let go and rest my lats a little bit because I was a little bit too pumped, very weirdly. But yeah, all done, all sorted. That's it for me. Peace out.